and welcome to episode 72 of the Graceful Tangle podcast. I'm Emmy Kate, and I am so happy that you're here with me today to talk about all of my knit and crochet works in progress and some finished objects and designs. I am just so pumped to be here another week. I absolutely love filming these podcasts. So I've got so many things to share with you today, including some finished objects. Finally, it has been a few weeks since I've had any finished objects. I've just been working on a lot of things, but it's kind of at that time again where I was working on a whole lot of things and now they're all slowly getting finished, and that is beyond exciting because we are officially into the fall season, going by the calendar and slightly the weather in Alabama, which is completely astonishing. So just hold on for all the updates on that because I cannot believe the weather that we have in Alabama this week. But anyway, before we hop into that, let me mention a couple things up front here. First off, be sure to check out the description box below for all of the links. You can find links to the show notes for this episode, newsletter sign up, some specific things that I'm going to be talking about today, places where you can follow me on social media. All of those amazing things are going to be linked down there. It's a great place to check out if you haven't already. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Like I said, I am so grateful that you're here today, and I can't wait to hop into the content. So, one last thing I wanted to mention, because I know I'm going to forget later if I don't mention it now. I am wearing a hand knit sweater. This one, though, kind of has a story that makes me very sad. So this, I can't remember exactly what the name is, and I meant to look it up, and I forgot. I believe it's called a Murin sweater, I think. It is a pattern by Emily of the Blue Mouse. She no longer designs, unfortunately. She quit, I guess it was either, I don't know, early last year or early 2019. I honestly don't remember. I think it might have been 2019. I'm not sure. It was really sad because I really looked up to her, and then kind of all of a sudden she just stopped. You can check out her YouTube channel and stuff like that for more information. Yeah, it made me really upset, but this is one of my favorite sweaters, so I have decided to wear it anyway, even though it makes me sad because she's no longer designing. But I don't know, things like that happen sometimes. So anyways, this is what that sweater is. I really do love it. I used Lion Blend Flicka yarn for this, and I think it turned out super cute. It's a cotton and acrylic blend. Flicka is, I believe it's 50-50. Which makes for the perfect sweater for this time of year. And not to mention that it has eyelets in the texture, so each of these holes is an eyelet, and in the garter stitches, of course. It's super cute and it's really airy, so it really is the perfect sweater for this time of year. And it's nice and autumnal, which I absolutely love too. So I don't know, I'm wearing it with gray leggings today, and it is super duper cozy. So yes, really love this sweater, even if it kind of has a sad backstory. I did test knit this for her, by the way. I test knit a lot of her patterns, actually, back in the day, if I can even say that, because, you know, I'm 19 years old, but I did test knit a lot for her. Anyway, just kind of a sad story, but moving past that, happier things all ahead. I do love this pattern. I do recommend it. Again, just sad story. Anywho, that's enough about that. But that is what I'm wearing today. 'Tis the season for hand knits. I think we're all super pumped and excited about that. I have so many garments planned. I have so many garments to share with you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and hop into finished objects. Of course, now that we're in FOs, I realize one thing that I forgot to mention in the introduction, because that's what always happens to me. But I hope you have gotten a fun beverage or a fun snack to have along with the podcast this week, and of course a work in progress, but we all know that should go unsaid, right? Anyway, I am drinking some coffee today. It's just actually black iced coffee. My mom makes this coffee, like ground coffee blend, and I cannot wait for her to make it this season. We are in my favorite time of year, y'all, and I'm really excited. I live for fall and cooler weather. I don't mind the summer, but we just don't do much in the summer. You know, like so many things people look forward to in the summer, like going to the beach and going swimming and all of that. We just don't do much of that. So there's really not much for me to look forward to in the summer, especially now that I'm a young adult. Like it literally, like, you know, I'm either doing school during the summer like I was this past summer, or I'm working, or, you know, it just isn't the break that it used to be with school, like elementary and middle school. Yeah, anywho, I'm drinking iced coffee. I hope you have a fun beverage as well. It's delicious and simple, and here's to hoping I don't spill it or get fuzz in it. Wish me luck. Good luck to me. I'm sure that won't happen. I'm sure we will at least get a fuzz in there, especially with what I'm about to show. But anyway, moving right along, I have multiple finished objects this week, guys, and I cannot believe it. It was a really productive making week, even though I didn't really realize it at the time, I don't think, because it's also been a crazy week. But let's hop right into it. So, finished object number 1. I have finished my Tundra top. So this is a pattern by Katie or Kayla of K Crochets. She's one of my absolute favorite makers and designers. I admire her so much. She lives in Georgia, so she is semi-close to me, but it's also like, you know, of course, my luck would have it that I'm like here in Alabama and she's like way down, like east of Georgia, I think, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I would love to meet some future makers one day. I don't know. Anyways, so I digress. This is going to be a very crazy episode. I can already tell. I am in a talking mood, which is always very dangerous. Anyway, so here is my finished sweater. I love it so very much. It is a lot different than what it was originally designed, though. So let me talk about that briefly. So first up, I went up a couple sizes than I usually would. I'm typically a very standard extra small size. But for this pattern, I decided to go up a few sizes so that it would be a little bit more oversized than what it was originally intended to be. That is just my standard, and tops, I really love them to be more loose fitting and cozy. It's definitely my preference. So I wanted to hold that with this top. I also decided to leave it with a short sleeve instead of going into the 3/4 length sleeves that Kay designed. I omitted the mock neck, which she has instructions for how to do that in the pattern. It's super simple. She recommends that if you use an acrylic yarn versus a wool, to not do the mock neck. I think it's something about it not having enough stability to actually stand up. I'm using a wool. This is We Crochet Tough Puff in the colorway Snickerdoodle, and it's a 100% wool yarn. Super bulky, so this went like crazy fast. But anyway, I decided to just go ahead and omit the mock neck because turtlenecks just really aren't my thing. I think it looks absolutely adorable on Kay, and I love it. But I don't know. I feel like in order to pull off that look, you have to have, I don't even know, guys. Like, I really don't. But like a tall neck maybe, or a more, I don't know, like oval face. Can you tell I know what I'm talking about? I know absolutely nothing. My point is, I do not love that look on me, and I know that it wouldn't be a desirable look for, you know, other people to look at either. So anyway, I decided to omit it. I really love crew necks, so it turned out to be perfect. I honestly didn't pay attention to the measurements of the body. I don't know if I added rows or not. I ended with a slip stitch round, which I know she didn't call for, but I decided to add it just to bring the whole thing in just a little bit. One thing that I will mention, I have a complete outfit planned for this top, and there was a chance it is too long for that. So I might end up going back and ripping out a few rows. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to be putting on that later to take some pictures. So we will just see when the time comes about that. I'm not sure right now. But either way, I really love this. It was so much fun to make. All of Kay's patterns are incredibly easy to follow. Like seriously, I've made so many of them and I could not recommend them more. They're amazing. She's amazing. I just love this community so much, guys. I'm so grateful to be a part of it. But anyway, it was finished object number 1. I love it. It's awesome. It was so much fun. It was so stinking quick. Super bulky yarn, y'all. It's a work of magic. Like, seriously. Anyway, really love this though, and I am happy that it is now done. Okay, next FO. Let's see. I have a big FO, but it's a design, so I think I should wait and share it over there. Here's a little sneak peek. Cannot wait to share that with you guys. Okay, next finished object though. Let me share my September socks. So, I apologize for going on and off screen. Obviously, this could be smoother, but it's not. Anyway, so I have finished my September socks. If you are new around here, first of all, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. But second of all, I have made myself the goal of 2021 to knit a pair of socks every single month that features another designer's pattern, so it's not my own design, and then also kind of somehow correlates to that month, whether it be the yarn that I've chosen, the pattern, maybe it has like the month in the name or the season in the name, something along those lines. Just a pair of socks that somehow relates to that month, however I see fit, featuring another designer's pattern. So I have repeated designers. I haven't duplicated a design yet, even though I have been tempted to do that because I have come across some patterns that I absolutely love. But anyway, I have duplicated isn't the right word. I've used like the same yarn line or company multiple times. Like, I'm not being super strict about it. I'm basically just trying to choose a different pattern every single month. It's kind of my goal. Anyway, this month I knit the Mermaid Tail Socks by Callie of Needles and Life. This is a pattern that I have had in my queue for so long. I absolutely love this texture. Honestly, if you really want to know, I was kind of anticipating designing a pair of socks that look identical to this in the future. Obviously, I would not be doing that now, of course. But it was just kind of, it just has to happen, right? I have to knit them because I had the idea too. So, anyway, here's what they look like. They are finished. I love these so much. This is literally one of my favorite pairs of socks that I have ever knit. I've only been knitting socks for a little over a year now. I learned how to do it, I believe, last, July, August, somewhere around there. And I've been obsessed with sock knitting ever since. But this is one of my favorite pairs, hands down. I love them so much. Again, it's the Mermaid Tail sock pattern by Callie of Needles and Life. I followed the pattern to a T, except I did not, I counted how many repeats I did for the leg, but I just did my own amount. I didn't pay attention to what the pattern said. I believe she said knit until, 6 inches or something. I, literally paid zero attention to that. I got the repeat down, and then I just kind of went as far as I wanted it to go. I did make these a little bit longer than I usually make my socks, and that is because I'm hoping to wear these with boots in the fall and winter season. I think it's going to be super cute to have them sticking out. Most of my boots, actually all, except one pair, of my boots are like the booty style short. So I think these are going to be really cute with those. So I'm excited about that. I just love these socks so much. They were so nice to knit. I don't know, which one I knit first or which one I knit second. I have absolutely no idea. But the second one, earlier this week, I went on a walk outside and finished it. So I did half the foot and the toe, most of the toe. I didn't quite finish the toe on that walk. But anyway, I did all of that while walking, and it was absolutely amazing. Seriously, the weather has been an absolute dream. But anyway, so they were done. Oh, and the yarn that I used is Knit Picks Gloss Fingering. Literally my new favorite. It's absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to use it so many more times. I actually have a fall color. I'm looking at it right now. Just didn't grab it to show. But I have a new design planned that I'm really, really hoping works out. I've had it planned for a really long time. And we'll just have to see. But I'm hoping to do a lot of swatching this week. So anyway, really, really love this yarn. You can find it below or linked in the show notes. But yeah, I love these socks. They turned out amazing. They're just so great and cozy, and I'm really eager to wear them. So I highly recommend that pattern if you are curious. I just highly recommend it. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, one more finished object. Actually, two more, because I can go ahead and show these again. Okay, so my next finished object are my second pair of DK Success socks. So this is a free pattern that you can find on my blog, in my Ravelry shop, or the PDF version on Etsy. So be sure to check it out if you haven't. This is a super basic sock pattern. Yeah, I absolutely love it. So I cast these on quite a while ago, and it took me forever to finish them because they weren't something that I was, directly working on, I guess. But here they are. They are now done. So I held one strand of Knit Picks Stroll Tonal in the colorway Pearlescent. So that is the white that you see throughout the sock. And then I used 3 different colors of Knit Picks Aloft. The minty color is Iceberg. The teal is Kanai. And then the gray is Carlin, I believe is correct. So I kind of did a fade, color blocking, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, these are so cozy. I love them, and they're going to be great for winter. When it's really chilly in the house, it's going to be amazing. Yeah, I'm happy to have them done. Definitely check out the pattern. I'm obsessed with the fingering and mohair combo. I'm using it for my Like a Cloud cardigan as well right now. It's just absolutely amazing. Mohair does, I'm not allergic to it or anything like that. I will say over time it starts bothering me a little bit, but that's only because of the flyaways, I think, and they get in my nose. Other than that, like right now, it just makes me want to itch my nose. But anyway, it's really not that bad, and I'm knitting a cardigan right now that I'm planning on wearing all the time, and I know that that's going to be totally fine. I think it's just while I'm knitting fast and for an extended period of time, I'm just moving around a lot, and I'm moving my hands, and my hands are right in front of my face, so it's naturally going to go up and float around. But anyway, overall, I really love working with mohair. I have seen a few patterns where you work with it like by itself. So what is that cardigan called? It's by Hurry Locatelli. It is on the tip of my tongue. Her version is yellow, and I think it might be named after a singer, maybe. What is it? Elton. Maybe that just spilled out. I have no idea if that's right or not. Anyway, Hurry Locatelli has a cardigan pattern, and I know Andrea Mowry has a shawl pattern called the Birds of a Feather shawl. Both of those patterns requires mohair and fingering, but there is also a portion of each pattern that you hold the the mohair by itself. I'm not sure I would enjoy doing that. It is very, very delicate, and it is a lacework yarn, so it's easy to break. Well, it doesn't have to be, but in this case, it is pretty easy to break. It would just be very finagly, I think, and I think it'd be very easy to drop a stitch. So I'm not sure if I would be that brave. I'm not sure if that would be something that I would enjoy doing, but holding it together with something else, I really love. I'm also very eager to crochet with it. I think that'd be very interesting. So I'm gonna plan like I don't know, maybe just a cowl to start off with that is mohair and fingering held together. I think that'd be really, really nice. So anyway, I'm excited to have these done. And like I said, they are so cozy, and they're going to be amazing with black leggings and an oversized shirt. My favorite time of the year is officially here, and I'm so pumped about it. It has like instantly made my spirits go sky high this week, and it's just been fun. So anyway, these are now complete. Okay, one last finished object, and this is technically a design, but it's been released. So I'm going to go ahead and show it as a standard finished object. Now, these have actually been done for a while, so this is also a repeat FO. But my Runway Moment socks are now live on Ravelry and Etsy, so be sure to check out the pattern if you haven't already. But I love these so much. And here is the pair that I knit for the actual design. And I'm working on a second pair that I will show in works in progress here in just a minute. But these are super simple, beginner-friendly, knit and purl textured sock pattern. It's designed to be able to feature any yarn, so tweed, tonal, solid, speckled, sparkle, variegated, self-strapping is the one that I'm missing. Like literally all of it, I think would look so cute in this sock pattern. And so I hope that you choose to give it a try. Like I said, I love it. You can find the pattern linked down below. I absolutely love it. So you can find it in my shops, of course. But yeah, I'm excited to finally have it out there to you guys. So I've already showed those, but I thought I would briefly show them again since the pattern is finally available. Super, super exciting. Okay, that is it for FOs. Can you believe it? I have so many finished objects. I literally have 2 works in progress to talk about today. I'm excited to cast on some new things, and I'm going to be doing that this week. I'm hoping I'm going to be doing that this week. We'll see. I don't know. It depends on what I have time to do, but I'm really excited about everything coming up. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about my works in progress. Okay, like I said, I have 2 works in progress to talk about today. The first is my second pair of Runway Moment socks. So I talked about these just a second ago. I mentioned how I am working on a second pair. I have been working on this pair for quite a while, actually. But I finished the first one this week. You want to know a secret? I was on a time crunch for these because I wanted to get a picture before the day was over. And so I wove in the ends, but only enough so that you couldn't see them. Like, they weren't sticking out. So I still need to trim all of those. And I think I have a couple to actually weave in. So usually I would never do that. But I was on a serious time crunch and I just forgot to go back and trim them. But anyway, taking the short road. Okay. So here's my first sock of the pair. I am using Knit Picks City, nope, this is not City Tweed, this is Stroll Tweed in the colorway. Maybe if I stare at it long enough, I will remember. That's what the colorway is called. I cannot remember. All I'm thinking about is the gray City Tweed colorway, and that is not what this one is named. I'm really sorry if you're screaming at the screen right now because you know and I don't. I apologize. Oh wait, guys, I have it right here. Man, this is what happens when you try to have it all together. Earl Grey Heather. If it makes you feel any better, I never would remember that. Earl Grey Heather is the colorway name for these socks. I absolutely love this gray. I think it is so beautiful. And you can see the texture a little bit more in this specific colorway, I think, which was kind of my goal. Of course, I love the tweed so much. I'm a sucker for all things tweed. I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. So anyway, this first sock is complete in all of its glory. I am working on the second one, but I have just barely started it. So I literally am like a quarter of the way done with the cuff ribbing, I think. But that means that it's a cute little mustache, right? Here we go. Cute little mustache. Anyway, I really love this. I really do love this pattern, guys. I'm so happy with it. It's very similar to my movie night sock pattern, if you're familiar with that. There's literally just a couple rounds that are different from the two sock patterns. But I really love how different they look as well. So definitely check it out. But yeah, I am hoping to finish this sock, which, you know, thus means this pair, of course, this week. Hopefully early this week. So that I can cast on a couple of new pairs of socks. Obviously October starts at the end of this week, so I want to cast on my October socks soon. I also have a skein of very fallish sock yarn that I meant to bring over here. Is it? Where did it go? That makes me sad because I wanted to share it with you guys. Let's see. I don't know where it went, but anyway, I have a skein of sock yarn that I'm really excited to use. That is very fallish and very fall colors. And I don't know where it is. Like, I know I picked it up from where it was. Oh well, I'm not sure where it went. But I'm going to be casting on, I think, just a pair of vanilla socks out of that. And I'm really excited about that. I'm really looking forward to having a pair of vanilla socks on the go. But anyway, first up I'm going to finish this sock. I absolutely love it. I love, love, love this Stroll Tweed yarn. And of course this gray is super fun too. So I am excited to make some more progress on those. And then my only other finished object this week is my Like a Cloud cardigan. I love this project so much, guys. And if all goes according to my plan, this will be the last time that you see this as a work in progress. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. So I made the goal to finish this cardigan throughout the month of September. I am so close. Guys, I have made so much progress on this sweater this month. And I'm so eager to finish it and wear it. I really can't wait. And I'm hoping that I can accomplish that goal. So here's what it currently looks like. I have made quite a bit of progress this week. But there were a couple of days, again, that I wasn't able to do a full repeat. It takes me a good, well, okay, a repeat is technically 8 rows, but I like to do 10 just because I like starting and finishing in the same sequence. So that when I come back, I'll start with ribbing, if that makes sense. Like this stitch pattern, there's 4, in each repeat, there's 4 rounds of rib and 4 rounds of stockinette. I love starting a repeat, so like starting a day of work, for example, on the ribbing, because those are the slowest rows for me. And if I start on them, I'm more likely to complete the repeat, if that makes any sense. So anyway, to do that, I do 10 rows a day. which is 2 like ridges in the pattern. And that takes me about 45 minutes, like a solid 45 minutes. And typically I have the amount of time to do that. Me and my siblings kind of have a little routine that on most days, if we can, we watch a show together in the afternoon. And that show is typically about 45 minutes long. So, you know, obviously my life is crazy, and I work, and I run this business, and I have school. So that can't happen every single day. But when it does, that is when I try to work on this and the blanket that I'm also currently working on. So all of that to say, most days it happens. Most days this month it has been able to happen. Some days it hasn't. And so on the days that it hasn't, I usually don't have time to get around to it. But I have made this much progress this month. So, not this month, this week. Good grief. Since the last time I filmed. So, this past week, I made this much progress, which is 1, 2, 3, 3.5 repeats, which sounds so sad. I kind of thought it was more than that, actually. Man, this week, y'all, it's been crazy. But anyway, so that's how much progress I have made. And here's what it currently looks like. So it is getting really long, and I wish I was not wearing this photo so that I could try it on and show it to you. But it is at my hips, past my hips now. Overall, my goal was to make it be past my bottom, but we will see. I'm not as solid, if that's the right way to say that. I don't know. I'm not as, like, what is that word? I'm not pushing so hard to get that mark now, only because, one, I would love to finish it in September, and while I am not going to cut any corners to make that happen, I am not going to be ridiculous and prolong it when it doesn't have to be prolonged. And then on that same note, I am planning on wearing this, like, you know, to, like, with jeans and a nicer shirt for a more, I say fancy, that's totally not fancy, a more public event, maybe. But on the day-to-day basis, let's be honest, it's going to be thrown over leggings and a semi-decent t-shirt. And in order to do that, it doesn't have to be all the way past my bottom. So that's kind of what I'm going for right now. I'm going to do, I believe, 40 total ridges, which will be 20 repeats. And then I'm going to measure and evaluate after that. So right now, let me just count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I have 32. So that would be 4 more full repeats and then the ribbing. And I'm going to be doing 10 rows, of rib to make the ribbing match the cuffs. That's not as long as what Hobby calls for, but I really like that length. It's about as much as I can manage just straight ribbing. It's really not my favorite thing to do. So anyway, I'm going to do 10 rounds of rib. So yeah, we'll see. I'm really hoping I can get it done. I think I can, because I have finished so many things recently, and this is going to be my, like, one of my sole focuses. That is one of my sole focuses. No, sole focus would be you're focusing on one thing at a time, Kate. Okay, one of my main focuses is going to be on this cardigan, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm hoping to make a lot of progress. Today is Sunday, the day that I'm filming this. And I have a lot of work to do this afternoon. But once that is done, I can focus just on this project. So, anyway, I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to have it done. I just love it so, so much. I know that so many of you do too, which I absolutely love. If you are itching to make this project, make it. Like, you will not regret it. You can hold a fingering and mohair together. You can just use one strand of DK. You can hold 2 strands of fingering and make it a little bit more oversized than what it was originally intended to be if you just stick with your same size. I love this project so much, and I know I'm going to live in the cardigan once it's done. Yeah, so wish me luck in finishing it over the next few days. So that is it for works in progress. I do have a few designs to talk about, not that many, but a couple. And then, of course, I have a life update, some really fun happy mail to share, and adoption. So let's go ahead and hop into designs. Okay, so just like whips, I have 2 designs to talk about today. The first is my blanket. So this is the blanket that I'm currently working on. I finished column 8 this week. So I just have 2 columns left, or 20 squares to do, and then this blanket will be complete. So that hopefully means that within the next 2 weeks, and then I'll probably give myself another week for the border, this blanket will be done. So in 3 weeks is kind of what I'm hoping. I am planning on having this pattern released towards the end of October. We will see. I have some tutorials to film for this project, and I'm trying to be very strategic in how I film those to help as many people as possible and show that this technique can be used for so many different projects other than just this one specific blanket. So anyway, lots of work to do behind the scenes for this design, but the crochet sample wise is almost done. So I am using all of these skeins of Shape G's Katona minis. This one is super bright, which is one that I happened to grab to show you guys. But this is 100% cotton, the sport weight yarn. I love it so much. It has been such a dream to use, and I'm really excited that this project isn't quite done yet because I love working on it so much. I'm truly going to miss it. Anyway, so I did column 8 this week, which is this column. So it has lots of blues up at the beginning, and then it goes into super bright colors and finishes off with these 2. Like I said, I'm just having so much fun working on this project. It has been an absolute dream. Yeah, it's like, it's so beautiful. Guys, I love it so much. I'm still working on the perfect name. I kind of want it to be, I'm very, very grateful I did not just dunk this in my coffee. Anyway, I have had so many amazing suggestions for this blanket name, and I just haven't decided yet. I kind of want to go with something simple, but I don't know. I want it to, I don't know, I kind of want it to be one word, like one word and then blanket, and I want it to be something very unique at the same time, so it can't only be taken, of course. I don't know. I have a couple of ideas, but I have to search around and make sure they aren't already taken, but anyway, I love this project so much. I've been having a ton of fun working on it and sharing it in my Instagram stories. So definitely follow me over on there if you want to see daily updates. I'm trying to do 2 squares every day of the work week, so Monday through Friday. And it's been awesome. So anyway, there's my first design. Second design is complete and in the testing process, and it is my Harbor cardigan. I love this so very much, and here's what it looks like. So I have some photos, and if I remember, I will try to insert them at the end of this video, assuming I remember that. Indicate insert pictures. But anyway, I have a few to share, so I can try to insert those. But I love this so much. So it is a long, oversized, drapey, textured crochet cardigan. It features these oversized sleeves that then decrease into a tighter fitting cuff, but it is not actually tight. It is still designed to fit pretty loose. As you can see on my wrist, it is like at least 3 inches, still quote too big, but really it's not too big. It's just how it's designed to fit. And yeah, I love it so much. I can't wait to begin the testing process. So thank you so much to each one of you who has already applied to test. At the time I'm filming this, testing is just now getting started. Like, I haven't, the application is still open. But now it will be closed and I will be accepting testers. So anyways, I'm loving this. I absolutely love working on it. The pattern is almost complete itself, so testing is going to begin, and I love it so much. I'm super excited. This, I use Nippic City Tweed and DK before I forget, in the Harbor Seal colorway. Yeah, it's just the perfect gray. I really, really love it. So definitely wait till the end of the episode so that you can see some pictures of what it looks like on. We got some really good ones yesterday, so I'm really thankful for that. Okay, that is it for all of the making content. Now I do have a devotion and some happy mail and a life update. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So for devotion today, I wanted to talk about a specific thing, but honestly, I feel like God is teaching me so much right now, in so many different aspects. So I truly think I could talk for hours, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. But anyway, the thing that I wanted to talk in particular today was on preparation and just feeling prepared for upcoming seasons. So if you're familiar with the Enneagram, I am an Enneagram 1 through and through. Like, if I take the test, I'm 99% Enneagram 1. And that is not something to be ashamed of necessarily, but there's also certain things that I, should work on personally, I suppose. But anyway, one of my traits is a planner. I love to plan. I love to feel prepared. I love to know what to expect. That being said, I have learned so much about being flexible the past few months, especially with a babysitting job. You kind of have to be, because sometimes you're needed and sometimes you're not. And then, of course, with online college and in-person college. And this year has really taught me to be flexible, and I'm really, really grateful for that. But that being said, I really do love feeling prepared, and I truly don't think that that is a bad thing. I feel like we're supposed to be prepared in a certain extent for upcoming seasons. So I myself am very eager for one season in particular, and it's pretty private, so I won't talk about it too much here, but I get so giddy and excited every single time I think about it or think about the possibility of it actually happening, and it's something that I have dreamt about for literally as long as I can remember. I've prayed about it so hard for the last few years, and while nothing has happened yet, I feel prepared in my heart for what will happen when that season comes. And I just want to encourage you by saying that no matter what season you're in, no matter what season you're longing for, no matter what seasons you have had in the past, I encourage you to be prepared for future seasons in a way that glorifies God. And what I mean by that is we can't plan out every single minute of our lives, right? I mean, that's just not, we can't do that. Trust me, I've tried. Not literally, but there's definitely certain things that I not what happen now. That aren't. There are big dreams that I have that can't happen if certain other things don't happen, right? So the way that I have prepared myself is just to pray, to fully submit to God, to understand that His ways and His plans are so much better than our own every single time. There have been certain things that have happened in my life that I never ever would have expected to happen, that some things I never wanted to happen and some things I never dreamed that would actually happen, but that turned out to be exactly what needed to happen in that point, in that moment, in that season, so that I could get to where I am now. And that is not to say I'm in the most perfect season right now, because trust me, I am not. I am in a difficult season in a lot of ways, but in the same ways, I am in a season of growth and learning to better fulfill God's plan for my life. And so, again, I just want to encourage you by, no matter what season that you're in, and it's probably a lot different than mine, I encourage you to be in that season, to be thankful for every single thing that you can be grateful for in that season, but you prepare for future seasons by submitting to Him, by praying without ceasing, and by always striving to glorify Him in all you do. Because if you do those things, the possibilities are endless, and He is always there, and He has huge, huge plans for you, and I cannot wait to see them come true for you, and I cannot wait to see them to come to pass for me. So, I hope that was encouraging for you today. It's always been something that has been on my heart lately. Yeah, there are certain things that I just can't wait to happen, but I know that I'm in I'm right where I need to be right now. I think, personally, I hope. I think I am. And so I encourage you to be confident in where you are and confident that He will take you to the next step, whatever that may be. Okay, so with that, I wanted to talk about some fun happy mail that I recently received from an amazing viewer and subscriber and follower. First of all, you know who you are. Thank you so, so much. It means the absolute world that you took the time to send these goodies to me. I cannot wait to use them. But for now, I'm just going to share them with you guys. So, first thing included in this package was this bag. So I will be using this as a project bag most likely, but it's just a purple drawstring bag. It says Yarn Squad on it, which is super cute and fun. So yeah, I really love this. I'm excited to use it for future whips. And then, of course, she sent some yarn. So I'm really excited to try this out. This is the Hook Nook Small Stuff. Apologies for any crinkling. In 2 different colors. So there's this pink, which is the colorway. Let's see, does it have a colorway name? Because I don't see it. Let's see, there's the dye lot. I don't see a colorway name. But it is a DK weight 100%. Oh, Pink Peony is what the pink is called. It's 100% DK weight yarn. So I have 3 skeins of the pink and then 3 skeins in, let's see, Minimalist, which is this white. That's a fun name. I like that name. Anyway, so again, this is the Hook Nook. This is sold, I believe, through Joann's, maybe through other places now. But anyway, it's a pretty new yarn line, so I'm excited to try it out. And then she also sent this, and I meant to grab the actual hook to show you, but I will just have to show it in a future episode because I have been using it and I love it. Anyway, Bella Coco is somebody that I have followed for a long time. I used a whole bunch of tutorials when I was first starting out, and she apparently, I think I've gotten some of it, but I haven't, I don't know, I haven't followed every step of the way. But anyway, this is one of her brands, and this is a polymer grip crochet hook and then 2 stitch markers. So I've already taken the crochet hook out, and it's over on my desk right now, so I can't get it right now, but I will show it in a future episode. But anyway, and then these 2 cute little star and moon stitch markers that are so sweet. So anyway, I've been enjoying using that. I'm looking forward to using all of the yarn. Oh, and she also sent, I got 2 bags of the pink. So I'm excited to use on this. I haven't decided what I'm going to make with it yet. It honestly might be enough for a blanket, so we will have to see. And thank you so much. If you ever have any yarn or project bags or anything like that that you would like to send me or would like for me to promote on my channel or Instagram page, don't hesitate to send me an email to thegratefultangle@gmail.com, and it's linked down below. And I will get you my address and we can chat about all those things. So I partnering with other companies and just communicating with other makers and designers is one of the most amazing things about this community. And I want to do that as much as I can. So if you have anything that you would like to send or again me to promote, please don't hesitate to reach out. In terms of a life update, it has been a good week. So it's officially fall. Alabama got the memo. Let me say it again. Alabama got the memo. And that is huge. So it has actually been literally cold the past few mornings and evenings, and it's been chilly, and it's been absolutely amazing. And then midday it gets pretty hot, like in the low 80s, high 70s, and then it cools back down again, and it has been absolutely amazing. I truly never want it to end. I haven't read the weather blog in the past couple of days, and knowing Alabama is going to heat up again, but it's just been absolutely amazing, and I have loved every single second of it, and I'm so grateful for it. I've been living in long sleeve t-shirts and leggings, and it's been incredible. So anyway, in other news, I got a new computer. Here it is. So if you are new to my channel, I can actually shut it. I had it open to the show notes. If you are new to my channel, or if you haven't been following along on this ridiculous journey of computer, my past computer broke in multiple places. Let's just be frank. But to put it simply, it would not open. It opened, but it could not close. So I had to stay on for all the time. And then over time, it just kept getting worse and worse, and it was time to purchase a new one. Being only online for college and not having a portable computer is a pretty big deal. Luckily for me, I am home a lot, and when I'm doing school, I'm almost always home. But it's really nice to be able to take it somewhere else. And we have some trips coming up for my brother's soccer tournaments and such, and so it's really important to be able to take certain things with me, and I couldn't take my computer. So anyway, lots and lots of things lined to this purchase, but I'm so grateful for it. It has been absolutely amazing so far. It's a little bit smaller than my other one, so I can just hold it a little bit easier. But yeah, it's a big purchase, no doubt about it. I have to have a pretty good computer with a high processing system so that I can edit videos and export them in a reasonable fashion. But anyway, it's been amazing. I love it so much, and I'm very, very grateful to be able to make a purchase like this. Yeah, it's been awesome. So I'm very grateful for that. I am very happy that it was able to happen. So that has been a really exciting thing that happened this week. I've been playing around with that and just learning how to use it. I had a video go live about these crochet hooks actually, so check that out if you're curious. It's a super fun video, but that went live on Friday, and the computer came on Thursday, and I had, originally I planned on having the video ready to go, and it was, but then I decided to upload it using that new computer, and I could not figure out how. It was somehow getting to the right document was just super confusing, and I understand it now, but it was really hurting it too, and I could not think of it else. That was a delayed video. But anyway, it's been really great. I love it. I'm very grateful for it. Let's see. What else? I've been working, doing school, normal stuff. My dad is currently on a work trip. Long way away. And he's gonna be gone for a very long time. The longest he's ever been gone. And really the longest any of us have ever not been home for that long. So anyway, that's gonna be interesting. But I'm praying for safe travels and a safe trip. It's a really big deal, but I'm happy for him, and I know that he'll have a good time as well. So it's also a work trip, so yeah, he'll have a good time. But it'll be a limited good time, I guess, because he'll be working too. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you all again next time. Until then, happy making.